This is my final major project pitch for an assignment from college. This is the content outline, and the brief requirements for this assignment is to create a short film, roughly 2 to 5 minutes, which is then going to be screened at my college's media department's end of year show for my year. Our film in particular has to follow the guidelines for the rating of a 12A, which means that certain things such as violence and vulgar language can't be used too much. Otherwise, it could upset certain members of the audience. My idea for the final major project is following an 18-year-old girl who has committed suicide, and we follow her best friend, her mother, and her sister through the aftermath of this and how they each deal with it in their own way. And it will be showing how the event has impacted not only the girl who has committed suicide, but also everyone around her. And I believe that making this film will hopefully help people who are watching it, that if they've gone through the same thing, that it's okay to deal with grief in a certain way. My target audience, as I said previously, because it's a 12A, is going to be people of all ages, because it's a 12A, and this means that things such as vulgar language, sexual scenes and violence can't be used too heavily, otherwise it could upset the younger people of the audience and also the older people of the audience. I believe that the psychographics of my audience are mainly explorers, as explorers like a challenge, and because my film can be seen as quite controversial because of the topic, and because it's rarely touched upon in the film industry, it could be seen as quite a challenge to sit through for some people, so explorers will really enjoy this. My secondary audience would be aspirers, as they prefer the materialistic side to things, and they would much prefer the cinematography side of the film. And I would like to focus on the cinematography as well as the storyline, and I'd like them to both be as good as each other. Another secondary audience who would enjoy this would be strugglers, as they like an impact and sensation from a film. And because the genre of my film is a drama, it will pull the emotions out of the audience, and this will create quite a big impact. My film is also suited for all genders and religions and people of socio-economic statuses, etc. To pass for a 12A, the films can't have any dark or disturbing tones, as it could unsettle certain members of the audience, especially the younger side of the audience. And obviously mine is about suicide, which is a very dark subject for some people, but to make it less disturbing for the audience, you will not actually see the suicide be played out. You will only see the dead body for a couple of seconds, just so you get the gist of what's happened. And also, nobody will say how the girl killed herself, as this could give people ideas, and children could copy these actions and take it into their own lives. I won't be using any strong or discriminatory language, as this is really not needed in my film. Dangerous behaviour, mainly suicide, it cannot be dwelled on that much, as I said previously, it could cause people to copy the actions. So to prevent this situation from happening, also the term suicide will only be used a couple of times, just so you know the general idea of what's happening in the film. The genre is a drama, and this will satisfy the audience because it will move their emotions, as this is what a drama is supposed to do. And it can also be quite a challenge to watch because of the topic it is, which is suicide. My resources for filming will be either a Canon 550D or 600D, a tripod, and any extra chargers and batteries in case any run out while on set. To film the dialogue, we will need a shotgun mic, cables, a Zoom H4 recorder, and a boom pole. Personnel, there will roughly be 4 people in the group, and I will be the director, as it's my idea that's been chosen, and I will also like to be the editor of the film, as this is what I want to do as my future career, so it'd be good to get some practice in now. One person will be the director of photography, another person will be in charge of sound, and the last person in the group will also be the producer. And there will also 6 actors will also be needed for this film. Budget, the locations being used won't necessarily need to be hired out, as it's mainly a couple of houses and a park that will be needed for my film, and we could use houses of the actors that are being used or people in the film crew that are being used in it. So we could go there, and also a park is a public place so you don't need to pay to hire these places out. There could be possible costs for travel, as we are having to get to the houses and the park for filming, and because the actors and crew members will be living in different areas, we'll need to get to the same place, so this could require bus and train travel, etc. There could be possible costs for the actors, as we may need professional actors because of the level of acting that's needed in this film. And if we want professional ones, we may need to pay to use them. And there will also be no cost for equipment, as this will be taken out from the college and they let us hire out equipment for free. We will roughly start filming after Easter, a couple of weeks after Easter, so this will be about April 19th. This could take around 2 to 3 weeks, and we hope to finish filming around the 3rd of May, and it will also take possibly another 2 weeks to edit, so we're hoping everything will be finished by May 17th.